I'm Michael Richardson from KickAss Games, and this is how you set up Carrier Fleet Pacific Showdown. Both sides have the identical fleet of ships. The nuclear submarine, which can repair one hit only on itself. Repair supply ship, which can repair one hit on any other ship but cannot repair itself. You have your flagship, your carrier. If it's destroyed, then all your planes are also destroyed. Stealth destroyer can subtract 1 to any single dice rolled, and you have another stealth destroyer which can add 1 to any single dice roll. You place your ships in any order secretly that you want your fleet to be in. The other side has an identical set of ships. It places its ships in the order that its player wants it to be in. You then place your aircraft. These cover the ships, give them cover. The ships can't be attacked until it has no air cover covering one of the cards. If that was removed, then the ship is automatically flipped over, and that ship can now use its powers, but it can also be attacked. If it still has a fleet cover, then none of those ships will be turned over. If that is destroyed, that air cover, then that ship there no longer has any air cover covering any part of its card, so it will be flipped over. It's this destroyer that can add +1 to any dice roll, so it can use its power now, but it can also be attacked. Both players place their air cover. Each player receives 5 dice. They then both roll 1 dice each. Highest dice determines the first player. On the first turn only, the player only gets 3 dice. From then on, he will receive up to 5 dice each turn. You allocate your hits. If you roll a double, you can use one of the specials on your airplane cards, or a triple. In this case, I'm going to take the damage instead of using a special. It's then the other player's turn. First thing he does is remove any ships that have been, or planes that have been destroyed. They've got damage, but none's been destroyed. To be destroyed, you have to have both, or all of your hit markers covered with a dice. You can repair. If you repair ships up, it can repair 1 of anything, including a plane. 1 damage, which means remove 1 damage dice. Submarines can repair 1 hit only from itself. He then gathers his firepower. He has 5 dice to roll. He rolls a double. So I'm going to use that double to re-roll 1 dice. I'm going to place the 5 and the 3 as hits on this man, and the 5 will be spare for next turn. I can't use it. But it can be re-rolled because I'm using my double for a re-roll, and a roll a 2. This didn't destroy anything, but I can still place it as a hit. You then check for the end game. The end game is if the entire opposition fleet is completely annihilated, planes and ships are all destroyed. is how you win the game. It's now the red team's turn. It's got 2 dice. You can choose if it wants to pick up any of those dice, but which means they're repairing, but you're repairing your opposition's ships for them. In this case, I might take 1, which gives me 3 dice to roll. I could take up 4 or 5, depending on what any hits I can pick up. Roll a 3, 4 and a 5. I'm going to place the 5. It's a hit. It now has 2 hits, and in its turn it'll be destroyed. 3 and a 4 also destroys that plane. It's now the opposition's turn. First thing he does is remove any ships that have been destroyed. This one's been destroyed. He returns the dice to the other player. That plane's also been destroyed. These 2 ships no longer have any cover, so they're visible. It's a submarine and a repair ship. They can use their powers straight away. That's the end of my turn, and it goes to this player's turn. The second player then looks at his ships. He has a repair ship, so he's removed his damaged ships. He can repair one because he's got a repair ship now showing. It can repair one anywhere but not on itself, so it's going to repair that one and return that dice to the other side. Submarine, if it had a hit, could repair one only on itself as it submerges, and it's very difficult to kill a submarine. It then decides how many dice it's going to roll. It has 2 dice in its ammo bank. You can pick up one of these if it wishes, but it's going to leave them all there. And rolls 2 6s. It's going to place that 6 there, destroying that airplane fleet there. The other 6 can't be used, and he saves it back in his ammo space for next time. It's now the opposition player's turn. First thing he does is remove any damaged ships. He has 1 damaged plane. It's removed from the game, has no more place in the game. This reveals 1 ship, which is also a submarine. He then gathers his ammo, which is 5 dice. He rolls his dice, doesn't roll any pairs, so he has to allocate damage. I'm going to try and kill the repair ship. As a fleet without supply or repairs, and my 5 and my 4 I can't use. It's the end of my turn. On player 2's turn, he then looks at his thing. The first thing he does is remove any destroyed ships or planes. Does any repairs? He can't do any repairs. He just lost his repair ship. Gathers his forces. He's got 3 ammo. He's going to leave the other 2 hits on. And rolls a 1 and a 5. The 5 he can't use. He returns to his thing. He can use the 2 1s. It then becomes player 1's turn again. He has a damaged plane. Destroyed plane. Returns that to the opposition's ammo. And he moves that ship, but no ship is flipped over as it still has air cover touching over the top of the 2 planes. I'm still giving cover to the ships that are below it. Only when a card has no plane touching any part of the card is the card flipped over. So my first thing is to remove damaged ships. Part 2 is to repair if I had a repair ship. If there was damage on my submarine, I could repair one from my submarine. gather my firepower. I have all 5 dice. I roll a pair of 3s. Which allows me to re-roll any one dice. Or I could identify a ship. So I might put those on there, and I'm going to use that plane's power. And the rest of my hits were misses. Go back to my ammo space. So my power for that fighter squadron is they can use their special radar to detect and look at any one ship, so I can know what it is. I've located his aircraft carrier. They then go back to my ammo section once I've used them. It's then player 2's turn. Move any ships or planes that have been destroyed. There's none. Repair any hits. You can't repair anything. Can't repair on the submarine. Gathers his firepower. He rolls a double roll. Let's him re-roll 1 dice. But still rolls a 1. So he's going to place it on the submarine. Does a return to his ammo. And it's player 1's turn again. Remove any destroyed ships. There's none. Repair any. My repair ship's not visible, so I can't repair any. Submarines can repair 1 from themselves only. So he returns 1. Gathers his ammunition. And he strikes. A pair of 6s there. Another pair there. So I might use a pair of 3s and my pair of 6s. My pair of 3s allows me to identify any ship, so I know that one's his aircraft carrier, and the one on the end, it's his destroyer. I return to my ammo space. This one lets me re-roll 1 out of any dice. I'm going to put that onto there, try and clear a path to destroy his aircraft carrier. Player 2 checks for destroyed ships or planes. None. Can't repair his sub. Gathers his ammunition. Attacks. Hits with a 2. His 5 and a 6 is a miss, which he puts aside. Player 1's turn. First turn is destroyed. He's destroyed my plane. I return those to his ammo dump. And my plane and my ship is flipped over. Which is a stealth destroyer. And it can always subtract 1 to a single dice rolled. To 1 single dice only. I can't repair, so get ready for my strike. That strike will give me that plane, destroy that plane. I can -1 from anything. I might -1 from that one, and the 5 and 6 I can't use. I use my special power to -1, turns that to a 3. Allows me to place it as a hit. Player 1's turn. Player 2's turn. He can't. He has a destroyed ship or plane. It comes off, revealing his aircraft carrier. If the aircraft carrier is destroyed, all these planes that are still alive are destroyed as well. He then gathers his ammunition. And attacks. He's rolled a double, which would give him a reroll if he needed it. But he might use the ones he's got. So he's going to place the 6. The 6, 2 hits on just 2 destroyers. The 4 destroys his last planes, and he even gets a hit on the sub. That would leave him no dice, but in his turn, he can pick up whatever dice from that he thinks he needs to roll. Player 1's turn. First thing he does is remove any destroyed ships or planes. This plane's been destroyed. He returns those dice. All these ships are now visible. So all the plane cover has been destroyed. His repair ship's visible. He can repair 1 repair. He's going to take 1 off that destroyer there. Submarines can always repair 1 just off themselves. Repair ships can never repair off themselves. Gathers his strike. Strikes with a 6 only on the aircraft carrier. I could turn that 5. I can add a +1 for that destroyer special power. This destroyer can -1, so I might use that as well. So I return that 1 dice. This one I'm going to turn to a 6, which gives me a hit. I'm going to turn this one into a 2, which also gives me a hit. Player turns 2. He has nothing destroyed. His repair ship's been destroyed, so he can't repair anything. His submarine can always repair 1 from itself. And he gathers his strike dice. 5, 4, 3, and a 1. That was pretty good shooting. Player 1's turn. He has a destroyed ship. That comes off first. Those dice are returned to the ammo section. And the fight continues. Gather my ammunition. I take that hit off that sub to give me more ammunition.